It really is. You know, bigger on the inside. "50 years ago at 5:15 on the 23rd of November 1963, a mysterious exile from another world appeared on BBC One.
Get back to the ship, child! Hold it!
The tone for the show was set not by the writers or producers, but by the ingenious techies in the BBC radiophonic workshop, who could make lo-fi sound high-tech. They made this famous noise by running a set of household keys along the strings of an old piano. Now, BBC bosses wanted a kids' tea time show that was distinctly educational, hence the inclusion of a couple of meddling teachers in the first story, who ended up taking an unexpected trip in this, the TARDIS, standing for Time and Relative Dimension in Space. If a goodie is going to be really good, he needs a baddie who is really bad. And the programme has created some iconic foes, from clone warriors to cybernetic armies.
You will be deleted.
But it was the introduction in only the second story of the most heinous, demotic mutants that made it and them famous. The Daleks.
Exterminate! Exterminate! We are the superior beings! Exterminate!
The Doctor has survived the Daleks so far, and as they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Doctor Who had become appointment to view. TV must-see. But if you had to give just one reason for the show's lasting success, it would be this. To make the Doctor capable of reincarnation was a brilliant idea. It allowed the show to stay fresh and the character to develop. Each new Doctor would have a different personality and tastes. But some characteristics of the Doctor have always stayed the same. He is essentially an upper-middle-class English eccentric, an intellectual bohemian, and, on the whole, an enthusiastic optimist. He is part mad professor, part intergalactic crime fighter. By 1989, the Doctor Who brand had grown tired. Audiences were falling, and enthusiasm within the BBC was waning. A fictional series about the future was beginning to feel a little old-fashioned. The show was closed. But then, in 2005, under the creative direction of scriptwriter Russell T Davies, the Whoniverse was brought back to life.
I'll tell you what it will be. The trip of a lifetime.
Doctor Who is remarkable, and not just because it's the longest-running sci-fi show in history. Academics have discussed philosophical issues arising from it. The programme has been the inspiration for books, films, and even electronic music. It is a children's programme that became a cult hit, which turned into a global brand, and perhaps one of the most culturally significant programmes to have been made. Will Gompertz, BBC News, somewhere in time and space.